My name is Aino, and I'm from Canada. I found out, first of all, because like many Canadians, we had welcomed many Ukrainians who had fled the war. And for a while there, that was all we could do. We could welcome them as guests in our country. And then one day I found out that there was an article in the newspaper, big national newspaper in Canada, finding out that we could do more. We could actually come and serve, that we could actually go and take the fight to the Russians. They mentioned the website in the article, so then what I went to do is then go look through the International Legion website. They had lots of information laying out the different possibilities as well as the steps for getting recruited. And I was excited to see that they weren't looking for just people who had previous military experience. What was important was they were also looking for people like me who were civilians. Yeah, there was lots of good videos on what to do, what to bring, what does, particularly interested in the work that the different drone corps are doing. That was really exciting of, hey, this is something that you could, where I'm not a big, strong person, but I could still have do something useful. I'm going to 48th Brigade Separate Engineering Technical Battalion. Well, what happened is when I got they helped me, my recruiter helped me to get in touch. And then we had different interviews with met with different battalions and their representatives, went out, got a chance to see what it was. And then I was recommended and put in touch with the commander of the Separate Engineering Technical Battalion. Yes, we're just waiting for my contract, and then as soon as it's signed, I get to start basic training. So the website was fairly easy. They had a sort of a questionnaire that you needed to fill out, and that was great. Send in a copy of your passport and everything. Then they reached out to me. We had an interview. Then we had another interview. They sent me questions. There was follow-up and everything. And then from there, they sent me a letter to come on over. This is a complete change. My civilian life was a million miles from here in every sense of the term. Well, hobbies, I was starting to play with drones just for fun, but only civilian type. Actually, I was a lawyer back in Canada before all of this, so very different than what I'm doing now. Well, I'd heard how beautiful it was from the people back home, that it's very much, I come from a region where Ukrainians had immigrated to both because of the war and long time ago, and they talked about how there was the beautiful rolling hills. Where we are today, I get to go out when I go do my daily 10K hike. I get to go walk across beautiful hills with nice, gentle snow peaks, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Just for a moment, sometimes you can forget there's a war going on. It's amazing to see there is such grit, such determination. They keep going. Even when things get hard, they just keep going. And that is something that I don't think is well understood, is that you can always complain about they didn't do this or they didn't do that. But when you're on the ground and you see how hard it is, and yet they just keep pushing forward, it's amazing. Oh, I like to joke, it's a little mini United Nations around here. We've got Chile, we've got Brazil, Colombia, Mexico, Ecuador, Sweden, Singapore, Latvia, Finland, Sweden, England, Ireland. It's been a little Spain. It's been like a little bit of everywhere. Yes, making new friends every day. We exchange and this is one of the tips I think we want to have is make sure to get your Ukraine cell phone early, because you want to be able to get a lot of the communication is done on WhatsApp and Signal, and people are ready to give you their number. They're ready to help you out. Even when you're not expecting it, especially when you're not expecting it. Yeah, no. You have to understand, my family is like pretty much all families in Canada. We came from somewhere else, Finland. And I grew up with the stories of the Winter War. I grew up the stories of losing a part of our homeland and never getting it back. We experienced losing our language because our family experienced losing our language coming to Canada. I know that if we don't fight now, there will be no later. This is a chance to do something. This is a chance because everybody deserves to have the peace and quiet of living in their own home. Everybody deserves to be able to live their life without interference. And that is not a different point of view. That is a difference between right and wrong. And that's why I'm here. Have a plan, and then be ready to get rid of it. This is a place where things have to change really quickly. So be ready, be prepared, but also be ready to change. And I suppose most importantly, don't complain, just keep working harder. Glory to Ukraine.